Now who wanna move closer on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and
Welcome to Bengals and Brews. I am Del Altman. I'm joined by my co-host, Pork Chop 1970. Well, that's the wrong person. BSG, Greg Luther. Pork Chop 1972. Got to make sure the hands go in the right directions.
Yeah. It's opposite. You have to remember it's opposite.
Friday.
Happy Friday.
It's Friday. You know what that means in the nursing profession. Another work day. I don't get weekends, man.
We had a fall break. I had the last couple days off.
Oh,
that's
dude,
awesome.
That's awesome.
Man, I wish I could have that.
Yeah.
Did you get Columbus Day off?
No.
Indigenous Day, Greg. It's Indigenous Day.
Yeah.
It's not Columbus Day anymore.
Hello. I'm taking Indigenous Day off.
Oh.
I had to use the phone. I haven't used the phone
Hey.
in a while.
Hello. Yeah. I got diarrhea. Can't come to work.
Got to make that $20 that I paid for this phone worth it.
No shit, dude. That's the best $20 fucking dollars you ever spent in your entire
That was
life.
good.
Dad.
I would have paid the $40 for that, honestly.
Well, I was going to give you 21, but I'm not matching Greg's 40. Greg's a fucking millionaire. He can afford dishing out $40 left and right like that.
Not really.
Yeah, we play the Cleveland Browns this week. We could talk about that, but I think first we should probably talk about our sponsors. So start
Might as well.
with the Chop Shop 513.
Yeah.
Get your shirts, cool shirts like this, and sweatshirts. And I don't know that this one came from there, but it's
Let me
the same
see it.
premise.
Oh, I got the design on there though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think that one was pre-Chop Shop, but it's on there.
Just muted me again. It's just muting me without. It doesn't want me to
Miscellaneous
talk.
muting. I don't know. It is Greg. Look at him though. Well, shit.
Well, while Dale's getting this figured out, another sponsor, let's go start with Chop. Midwest Best Barbecue, proud sponsors of the show. I mean, Chop, man, I can't rank the wings. All the wings are good there, right? You can't rank.
Dude, well, I can, to tell you the truth. All the wings are delicious and they're great, but I have my favorite, and my favorite is the G-Funk. My second favorite is the Dillinator, and then I think I'd probably go Grippo.
You know what? I will not disagree with that. You know, like I say, you can't go wrong there. And if you don't like wings, they got good sandwiches. They got a good brisket sandwich, good pulled
It's a barbecue place, for the love of God.
Exactly. Mac and cheese. Their mac and cheese is heaven. High heavenly
mac and cheese that Nicole makes will knock your fucking Aunt Connie socks off. As soon as you take a bite, you call your Aunt Connie, her socks flew off.
So make sure you stop it.
See how long this lasts. It keeps muting me. Just saying.
Shit, it took you off the screen too. It muted you and took you off.
Well, I took myself off to try to fix the.
Oh, well, sometimes, Dale, if somebody else won't get you off, you have to get yourself off.
And to finish off here, our last but not least, 50 West Beer, proud sponsor of the show. And we do have an announcement from 50 West.
What kind of announcement?
What kind of announcement? Well, here we go. 50 West is hosting an event November 2nd. It's an all-you-can-eat barbecue event they host with Great Lakes Brewing each year. 50 West even makes a collab beer called Interstate Tailgate Pilsner that's decorated with the Browns and the Bengals logos. This year, since they're based in Cleveland and with 50 West and Cincy, they're raffling off 2 40-yard line tickets for the Battle of Ohio game at Paycor Stadium Thursday, December 19th, 8:15 p.m. Each ticket comes with 8 drink tickets, all-you-can-eat barbecue, live music, and a chance to win 2 tickets. So, I mean, why not?
God damn.
What's there to complain about? Head down there November 2nd.
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
And
Nothing. Let's go. Shut the show off. Let's go.
It's $75 a ticket.
Yeah.
If you want the drink tickets. Now, if you're the driver, they have an option for the designated driver. So if you're not going to be drinking, you can get your food and the music and entered for $50 instead of $75. So they have 2 options for tickets. So you can't, honestly, you can't go out to eat anywhere, let alone find somewhere that's all you can eat. So if you like to eat, go to Midwest Best, a bunch of barbecue. or Midwest, 50 West.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
was gonna say, Jay,
You can go to Midwest as well.
You can.
And eat
Go to
barbecue,
both.
but you can go to 50 West for this Brew and Q occasion, 11th annual, and they will be having once again the Interstate Tailgate Pilsner. So it's a collaboration with Great Lakes. This is a cool photo here that they had on their Facebook. So
Yeah,
we're popping that up as
cool
well.
photo.
Good company, good people. You guys probably all know Optimistic Bobby. He's been on here, but you probably know more from being on with Paul Daner Jr. So he is the owner of 50 West. And then Julie, who we work with, great woman, always providing us awesome beer at the tailgates and things. So, check it out. I mean, literally for the cost, less than the cost really of a date night, you could go from 4 to midnight, music, food, drinks, and have a great time. So I say check it out. And if I say check it out, you should probably check it out.
And they have served that. They have given us beer to serve at their tailgate, and that's one of my favorite beers. It's a great beer too.
Yeah, it is good. The Interstate Tailgate is very good, and they eat drink tickets. You can get I think it's 8 ounces. I think is what it said, and you can get whichever ones you want. You can get all the different beers they have, so you don't have to just get the one. If you like IPAs, if you like other things, you get the options. So a lot of options and all you can eat buffet. You really can't go wrong. So it sounds like an absolute great time at 50 West. Check it out. Get tickets while you can, because I don't think there's a lot of tickets. So
the tickets they're giving away too. That's the Stripe the Jungle game.
Yes.
So you'll be able to come and see that and be part of Stripe the Jungle.
A primetime game, and 40-yard line seats are great seats. So I mean, it's really it's a great deal. So once again, that is the Brew and Q and at 50 West Brew Pub, 7668 Wooster Pike, Cincinnati, Ohio is the address for the event. And that is November 2nd from 4 p.m. to midnight. So I put 11:30. The things say 11:30, but I think this saying midnight, it's probably midnight. So 4 p.m. to midnight. And you never know. You might see this guy down here if he can get out of his sex dungeon.
Oh, snap.
Look at this guy.
I was going to say, when I first saw that, I'm like,
right there with that beard.
Yeah. When I first saw that deal, I thought the background was like some video game. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, is that a sex dungeon or something?
Shut the fuck up, Greg. It's your basement. Don't even try that.
That is Greg's basement.
We all know.
Yeah.
That's the Madeira basement.
Not even close, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But please check that out. Me and Shop have been to 50 West Wooster Pike. Very awesome place to visit.
Changes the subject so quickly when we start talking about his basement dungeon, the basement dungeon.
Yeah, a lot of freaky things going down there. It's like a party at P. Diddy's house sometimes down there.
Exactly.
And hooday to everybody in the Brew Crew, man. Paul, Stranger, Robert, Matt, Tyler, Sindustries, Tina, Darth. Screw Darth. Shouldn't even mention him.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Hey, and do us a favor, everybody. Hit subscribe. Hit notify. That way you'll know when we go on every Monday and Friday. But we do have some spontaneous shows every once in a while. Something pops up, we have a show.
Yeah, Sunday. I mean, if we can go handle business in Cleveland, I mean, we shall find out. But hooday to Austin, hooday to Jerome, trying to get everybody to see Stranger in there. So we appreciate the Brew Crew as always. You guys tuning in for our shenanigans. Plus, we will talk football. We are getting to that, I promise.
Wait a minute, I didn't have that on my.
I didn't have that on my agenda, Dale.
And Dustin Croft, who is generous enough to give us another $5 super chat. So for the podcast listeners, this says, I did not get around to this on Wednesday. Did you guys notice how much of a grimace Burrow had throwing pregame? This aligns with Derek film study continued. So, yeah, they showed that before the game, right? They were, or during the game, it might have been even. They were showing, he's constantly flexing that. He's got that grimace on his face.
Yeah.
And he said it's not 100% healthy, hoping to get it 100% healthy. He's still playing really well.
No,
overall, but it is a concern, right? It's always going to be a concern. And anytime, like Burrow's a franchise quarterback, he's had a lot of injuries. I'm always concerned, man.
Yeah.
Anytime, anything with that guy, I'm concerned. But yeah, it's definitely something to monitor and keep hold of. We just want to see that become less and less to where he's not doing it anymore. But it might he's going to probably start doing it out of habit, even when he feels better.
Yeah. Look, despite the fact that, of our record, 2-4, despite that fact, this man is the best quarterback in the league right now statistically. That's not a lie. Stats don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Joe Burrow is him. So wrist hurt or not, it's not affecting his throwing motion at all.
He's playing
It's
like
not
the
affected
top,
any passes.
playing like the top quarterback, in my opinion. I'm seeing no weaknesses or anything.
You'd take him down to that fucking dungeon, wouldn't you, Greg?
If I could find
Take
it.
him down to your dungeon.
That's another good point by Dustin, though. The weather's going to get colder. It's probably going to be harder to loosen everything up. And D coordinators seeing that, which I think we're already seeing teams bring a lot of blitz. I mean, the Giants started that. I expect the Browns to do the same, plus Myles Garrett. We play in a tough division. So the offensive line is going to have to hold up, period, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the more times that gets hit, too, the bigger concerns you're going to have. And, you know, if it gets stinged up during a game, that might be hard for him to adjust. And then it also is going to mentally get in his head, and he could get happy feet. So I think it's definitely something to monitor, Dustin, and be concerned about for sure. I definitely can't just brush it off. Chris says, what's a higher probability of Greg's basement, a Diddy party or a Saw movie? Yeah, I should have put the background of a Saw movie. You know?
Right.
Like,
Depends on what day of the week, I think.
Too, and be like, which one do you think is Greg's basement?
It's getting towards the weekend, so that's when Greg likes to party. So it's probably the Diddy party, but like Monday through Thursday, Monday through Thursday, watch the fuck out.
Hello, Dale. I'd like to play a little game with you.
Is it Hide the Pickle?
Yeah. So I'll think of something to play like the whole.
I want to hide the pickle.
Yeah. Each of these there's a key. I'll figure out something with you, Dale.
Oh, something with me. I'll just bring a clown, and then you'll be terrified. This guy hates clowns, by the way.
I know.
So definitely don't tag Greg on Twitter with any pictures of clowns or anything.
No, definitely don't tag Greg with any pictures of clowns.
October and Halloween time.
Or Chucky. He doesn't he doesn't like Chucky, so no Chuckies and no dolls. Please.
I told him he needs to go see the Terrifier movies.
They've been watching those at work, so I need to watch those. I don't think I've seen them.
Ironically,
just came out, and it was like a box office hit.
Ironically, that I have seen the It movie.
Which one?
The
newer one. The newer one.
You didn't watch the older one?
Two newer ones.
I've seen. I know there's two parts of each. No, I've seen parts of the older one and all that. I keep forgetting it's the guy in the best Christmas movie of all time, Home Alone 2, Tim Curry, who plays the clown and all that and stuff. But I like the newer one better.
Yeah, I was going through the Halloween store with my wife Sarah the other day, and I was looking at that clown shit, and I just kept thinking, man, I just want to buy a clown mask to fuck with Greg. Just put that bitch on at the goddamn.
We all come down the lot.
All of us, the whole Project Game Day. For
the Eagles, game, October 27th.
Just everybody dressed like a fucking clown. Hey,
bring your clown.
If you come down dressed like a clown, you get a free koozie.
And if you got a cat. And, instead of walking your dog down,
yes, bring your cat.
Bring your cat. Greg loves cats.
What you need to do is dress like a clown, bring your cat and a doll, and come to the tailgate. Right, Greg?
Yep.
Football. Greg, we've done pissed Greg off. We better get into some football now.
Greg's like, fuck this tailgate, man. Yeah, I am not tailgating,
guys. Oh, I can't make it to that game. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. No, I'll be there. Whatever.
I got diarrhea, fellas. I might make it by kickoff.
Yeah. So the Browns, they traded Amari Cooper, right? So there's that. Smart. He is on this list. He was their leading receiver, 250 yards, 24 catches, 2 touchdowns, 41.7 yards per game. Jerry Jeudy now slides into that number one role. He was right behind him with 41.3 yards per game. Not a big difference. Neither guy really have been going off because Deshaun Watson's been playing so bad. Cleveland terrifies me in general, right? Somebody that's like, well, they're not playing bad. Their offense not playing good. Nick Chubb's back. They're going to be emotional for that, fired up for that. I still don't want to say, like, I think Deshaun Watson goes off because somebody was asking if they think it'll be a shootout or a defensive battle. I think that was Tyler. I don't know, man. It's so hard to predict after last week, right? I did not think our offense was only going to have 10 points through almost the whole game.
If I told you we were only going to the offense was only going to score 17 points and the defense especially was going to give up 7 points, do you think I probably could have won a bet $1 million?
Yeah. Well, we have 10 points with about 2 minutes left in the game. Yeah. It's the Bengals winning. I would have been like,
yeah.
Oh God, no! This is a disaster.
But the controversy if Chase Brown would have took the knee. You know what I'm saying? So then it would have been 10 because everybody's saying he should have took the knee.
Yeah, 17 looked better. It don't matter in the NFL. Wins a win.
17
but-
looks better. This is what I said about it, man. Like touchdowns get me full chub.
Yeah.
Taking the knee, not full chub. I like being full chub.
That's fair.
It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely I don't know. I don't know how much Nick Chubb will play. Jerome Ford's been kind of injured through this week, so he may not play, and that would have been a dangerous 1-2 punch. They do have Deontay Foreman. They have Pierre Strong. Those guys got a lot of carries with Jerome Ford out last week when he got injured, and they look pretty good. So they've got several running backs, whether it's Chubb or other guys, and I think it starts there, right? You shut down the run game. You get a lead, honestly, and you make Watson have to throw the ball. Based on what he's done so far this year, I think that's your recipe for a win for sure.
So
Get an early lead.
Yes, and that because if they score first, then they're just gonna keep handing Nick Chubb the ball. If
And
we
ride the
score
momentum.
first,
Yeah.
you're gonna make the worst quarter. It's the best quarterback in the NFL right now versus the worst quarterback in the NFL right now. Now that's not saying I'm not worried about this game because I firmly believe that if my dead grandmother was the only player on the Browns, I'd still be worried about the Cleveland Browns because they got our number.
Well, that defense. I mean, that is one of the best defenses. They have a great secondary. We'll see if Denzel Ward plays. He's been limited also with a hamstring, I think is what they've listed him as. And those can be tricky. So if Denzel Ward is out, that kind of helps because, as we mentioned, they have Newsome and the other guy whose name I forgot again.
Emerson
And Newsome and Ward. That trio of corners is really good to match up with our top three receivers. And then also Njoku is a good player for them. Plus, Nick Chubb is a good player for them. Yeah. But back to their defense, Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith, Dalvin Tomlinson, that defensive line, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah at linebacker.
Sheldon Rankins. Oh, no. Shelby Harris.
He actually plays for us.
Yes, he does.
Sheldon Rankins plays for the Bengals.
Shelby Harris, ageless wonder, is the other starting D tackle that's part of that D line. But the linebackers, the secondary, and their safeties are getting healthier, right? Juan Thornhill might be back after being out for maybe he was on injury reserve even and out for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
but he may be back this week. They had a couple other safeties out last week, and I think at least one of them is trending toward being back. Not Ronnie Hickman, but the other Delpit, I think, is trending toward being back. The other normal starters, so they could have their normal starting secondary in place if Ward plays and Thornhill plays. And then they got their starting secondary, their D-line, Owusu-Koramoah, and I think we could have some trouble moving the ball. Like, I really do. I think, like last week, the Giants are a very good defense. I think the Browns are a very good defense and going to be even better if they're healthy this week.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know why a lot of fans out there are acting like, we're going to beat Cleveland. I mean, I think we beat Cleveland like once out of the last 3 or 4 years. We've beaten them once, I think. I mean.
No, I think that 2000 – it was the Marvin Lewis era. Last time we beat Cleveland in Cleveland.
No, we beat Cleveland that time. A couple of years ago. Remember, we did beat Cleveland in 2022. Remember the Cincy hat. It was when the Cincy hat. People were starting to wear the Cincy hats that game and all
was
that.
It
well, I was in the suite. We
were in the suite. We were in the suite.
I was in the suite one time.
Yes,
I know that we beat Cleveland, but in Cleveland.
No, Marvin Lewis era. Yes, we have never beat
Joe.
Cleveland.
I think it was Joe Mixon's rookie year is the last time we beat Cleveland in Cleveland.
Yes, that is yes. We have never won in the Zach Taylor era at Cleveland. No.
But yeah, I like the screen game Dustin mentioned, and the O-line's going to have to step up. Taylor mentioned. I mean, I agree with all that, but we talked about we got a good running plan, and I hope we don't just like dive into that too much to the screen game and running the ball because a lot of times when that's not working quick, you got to pivot and go back to what this team is good at, and that's throwing the ball. Your two awesome receivers on the outside, Yoshi in the slot, and Joe Burrow. Now, I will say, yes, if they can get the run game going, that's even better because Cleveland has statistically been worse against the run than they have been against the pass, and they have a great secondary. And that'll break up some of the aggressiveness if you're not having to throw the ball all game. So you are going to have to try to run it. I just hope if it's not working, we don't stick with it because the run game was not effective last week at all. But they don't have a Dexter Lawrence. Now, they got a bunch of guys. Dalvin Tomlinson's very good on the inside. Myles Garrett, like as a team, they're very good. Owusu Mo flies around, but they do not have a Dexter Lawrence. No one does. He's 1-1.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to try to run the ball. I just hope we can do it effectively.
Yeah. Take the lead early as you can because they're going to rely heavily on the run game with Nick Chubb. You can bet they are. I mean, team relies heavily on the run game. You got to get that quick lead fast. But like I say, I know Cooper's gone. Thank the Lord. But still, they could easily come out of nowhere. Like I say, this is Cleveland. This is a division game. Everything changes.
Well, Mari Cooper's gone, but they got good receivers though.
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't have anybody. I don't want to say it too much, man, because I'm so goddamn
good.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about how bad Deshaun Watson sucks right now too much because I'm fucking superstitious, and I don't want to give him fuel because I know he's watching the show. He's like, fuck that pork chop guy. I'm going to fucking throw 400 yards.
He probably wants you to give him a massage so he can fucking
I would tell him no, but then he would probably keep on telling me, and finally I'd be like, fuck it. End of the thing, fuck. I mean, I got pressured a little bit.
Damn job.
I mean, I wouldn't want to. It would be kind of forceful.
They're getting a lot of money there.
Oh, I'd settle out of court. Sole reason I'd do it anyway, Dale. And then I'd buy more koozies.
Well, but you just be willing to do it, so it's kind of running.
Willing to do it for the court.
Moving on.
I'm not signing a contract. It's a verbal. It didn't happen. I didn't say that. What are you talking about? What?
Offensive ranking. So to go to your point, Amari Cooper's gone. We'll see how much a difference Nick Chubb can make. And he can, right? We know he's a great running back. But through 6 games, the Browns are 32nd in the NFL with 240 yards per game. The Bengals are 12th with 349.8 yards per game. So on paper, their offense is not very good. Their run game is 28th. Now, I do think Nick Chubb could help that. Their passing game is 30th out of 32. It's right near the bottom. Defensively, they're ranked 15th this year, 333.7 yards per game given up, and we are ranked 23rd. Against the run, we're ranked 28th. And it feels like we've played better the last 2 weeks against the run. Right. So that 28th. Against the pass, we're 14th, and they're 11th. So
yeah, no, I want to ask a question about Cleveland's offensive line. By the way, thank you, Callahan, for taking your day up. We cannot thank you enough because, buddy, it's starting to look when he left, when his dad left, that it made a big difference that he left, right?
Yeah, and they've had some injuries, but not. I mean, they have the right guard. I think it's Teller is the one that's injured. It's one of the guards that's out and on injury reserve. Right tackle is back this year, but when the other guy from Ohio State had to play, he hasn't looked that good. Left tackle is Jedrick Wills at left tackle. He's been dinged up this week, but I think he's going to play. Former first-round pick, but he hasn't really lived up to that. So he hasn't really played that great. They got Ethan Pochek, who's also dinged up at center, and then their other guard's pretty good. But overall, between injuries, Batonio.
Yeah, Batonio.
So it's a good – they still got talent there.
Yeah.
So you just kind of wonder if they're going to be motivated with Chubb back because it's like, he put that thing that – players tribute or whatever that thing is, put that out and love it on the city of Cleveland. So
exactly, that's what scares the hell out of me right there, right?
Yeah, it's just like the motivation of it, right?
He's got the mojo going. Yeah, exactly.
You go out there and punch him in the fucking mouth, just boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And you're up 10 points, you're up 14 points, and it's the second quarter of that game. Will they quit? Because I think they might. We kind of talked about that a little bit the other day. So go out there, punch them in the mouth, get a lead, and take care of business, right?
Yeah, dude, just start out with the gas on the pedal and don't take your foot off the gas.
Start out with the Bengals losing the coin toss, getting the ball first, go out, score, 3 and out, score again, fuck it.
You know what, Chop? I agree with you. I'd almost want to receive first. Just take that chance, get the early lead.
Can you imagine what it's like being a Cleveland fan right now and how horrible they are, and we go out there and put up 14 fucking points to 0? There's not going to be any barking. All the barking's gone. Instead, it's going to be turned into like
booing.
Fuck you,
They'll boo.
Watson.
Yeah.
They will be booing the shit. If we get a lead, they will start booing. It will get ugly in Cleveland. And that's what I want to see, right? That's why I don't think it'll happen because we don't get to have nice things this season.
No, we don't. No, we don't. So let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx it.
I have heard that they're planning on booing Watson pregame. Like
you know what kills me? You look how bad Cleveland is playing, and they're getting a brand new stadium, a new dome. I'm like, you guys are getting a new dome for what? Playing bad all these years? Congratulations.
Yes, that's what you get rewarded for bad behavior. I just, oh my God. Can you believe being in Cleveland and your quarterback sucking that?
I hadn't read that until I posted it up.
Ha.
Read it for the podcast listeners.
Oh, yeah. Watson will do whatever he always does.
Do what he always does.
Watson will do what he always does. Force his balls where they don't belong. Yes. Very nice.
That's pretty good. It's industrious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much finalized, isn't it, for Cleveland to get their new stadium?
But do they realize they're building it in Brook Park? I don't know anything about it.
Where the fuck?
It's not in Cleveland. Yeah, but it's like right near Cleveland.
If I was them, I'd get the fuck out of Cleveland too.
Yeah, and Amari, like per John Sheeran, they traded Amari. He couldn't stand Deshaun Watson. I don't blame him. Good for Amari, right?
Yeah,
he'll probably ball out, honestly, with Buffalo.
I'm rooting for him for Buffalo. Hey, Glenn, we're happy for you. You guys got Cooper.
Yeah, Glenn. That's gonna be pretty good for Buffalo.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be good for us because it gets Amari Cooper out of here.
Hey, let's hope Myles Garrett's traded before this weekend. Now, let's just hope.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I know.
Yeah, well,
there's only one way.
They didn't trade the other end, did they?
No, Zadarius Smith, they haven't traded him.
I mean, there's been
get him to one of your parties. Get Myles Garrett to one of your parties this weekend, Greg. Get him in the dungeon, and he will not be able to play the same.
Like Celtic pride.
Oh, he's going to be sore. He's going to have muscles work that he's never even used before.
No, or Greg's asshole's going to be.
I want to beat Cleveland with Myles Garrett though.
Oh, look. I wonder where Derek went. You know what he did? He popped on for a hot second. And look what he's been doing.
Oh, look at this.
We're not here. So Derek's been doing his job. He knew he got grounded last week. He forgot again.
Yeah, right.
He was popping on. And he's like, oh, shit, I better do that shit. I done forgot again. I want to be ungrounded. So we will have that, but hopefully he pops back in. He's probably
here. You go. That's right, Greg. Get him in a dungeon. It's hard to rush the passer bow-legged.
Yeah, that's cool.
Give him some of that top shelf.
Like, see the size of my arm.
Make him do the dot bot.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be dancing funny, walking funny. He'll be doing all the funny.
He won't be himself. Let's put it that way.
He won't be bitching about that fucking Achilles anymore.
No, he won't.
I
just wish Myles Garrett played for the Bengals. That's all I say.
I mean, would you take? Let's say that the two were available, and we could get one or the other. Would you take Myles Garrett or Max Crosby?
Myles Garrett.
Dale.
Probably Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
He's just been so dominant. Like
I would take.
But I feel like I would take Max Crosby.
You just like his tattoos.
I do like his tattoos.
No, I like it. No, I'm not going to pitch if I got Crosby, but no, Chop. I've said this the last couple of years. I think Myles Garrett's been. I would take Myles Garrett over TJ Watt. I think he's just been.
I know, but Myles Garrett's recently talked about how he's got this foot pain. Like at the end of the season, he's going to have surgery. Now he's got an Achilles. Plus, he's older than Max Crosby, isn't he?
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'd have to look at their ages. I was thinking that too, but I don't know, man. I'm just not going to disrespect Myles Garrett.
I'm not either. No.
So Myles Garrett, 100%.
No, that's no disrespect, Mr. Garrett.
No,
no disrespect, Mr. Garrett. Don't take it out on my quarterback.
I mean, we did say that we have Greg take him to a sex dungeon, and
I mean that's probably a good thing for Myles Garrett. I mean,
oh man,
did he see the picture? Greg's a sexy motherfucker with that beard.
It took me 3 or 4 takes to get that look and all that. Who would have thought? I got in trouble with Drew Garrison. He's like, Greg, damn it, Greg, my wife's on Twitter.
I know.
Sorry, Drew.
No shit, man. You know how many guys got laid right after after their wives saw that picture?
Hey, no, it took me 3 or 4 shots. I'm like, I hate this one. This one looks okay. Little did I know.
I'm gonna print out a pocket copy and flash it to Sarah a couple times.
Is this going to be a
We'll go on our
T-shirt?
date.
Chop,
Maybe put a poster down in your bedroom, and she'll come down there
Yep.
more often.
Chop, am I
That's right.
seeing? Am I seeing another T-shirt in the making?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg, you don't get to have a bunch of T-shirts.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the Dotbot one, Greg. Jesus Christ, man.
So greedy.
I'm just
Greg's
saying.
dungeon. Greg's sex dungeon in Madeira.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're saying all right.
So, do we also think it's rigged? Because I put my tinfoil hat on, like Tiger's Talk does. Shout out Tiger's Talk.
Yes.
And Kayla and all them, Jerry,
And their
whoever's
producer.
still doing it. Shout out Wit. I don't know that she still does it, but I still
No,
love
Bridget.
her.
I don't know.
Bridget's
I think the
in
last
Bridget,
one
shout
was
out Bridget.
Jess and Kayla. I didn't see anybody else. But
It's Jess, Kayla, Jerry. It's usually Jess, Kayla, Jerry, and
right. But
Bridget.
the last one that was just this week, I think, when I saw the short part I was able to watch was just Jess and Kayla.
But back to
anyway.
me putting on my tinfoil hat.
Let's do it.
Ron Torbert is the referee for this game. Ron
Oh,
Torbert,
no.
referee in the Super Bowl. Ron Torbert, referee against the Chiefs. So big sigh for that.
Yeah.
Then Nick Chubb puts that out. And you know the NFL, they like to have something positive for all 32 teams. So Nick Chubb's back. He puts that big thing out. The NFL, Adam Schefter, their puppet. Roger Goodell's got his hand up Adam Schefter's ass. He's like, oh, yeah, this is so cool with Nick Chubb. And blah, blah, blah. Choking on it.
Yeah.
And they had flexed us from the game next week for something. I know it's to a bigger audience at one, I guess, with the Eagles game, but they flexed us out for Commanders Bears. And I'm just saying, you add all those things up, the NFL got the fix in for this game. They work hand in hand with Vegas. We are 6.5-point favorites, but won in Cleveland in a long time. What do you guys think about my conspiracy theory that the NFL is rigging this game against us this week?
Wouldn't surprise me.
I agree with you, Dale. Fucking NFL hates us. Come on,
Yep.
man. You already know what I think.
I mean, the thing that just got me is Andre Yosibach doing this, and that's offensive. Give me a break. You've seen other players do way worse than that, and they don't get fined.
The fine was rescinded, by the way. He did.
Oh, it was okay, but still, I don't. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, some of the fines are a bit ridiculous. Whatever.
The no fun league sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, they let you do the touchdown celebration now, but then they take away other fun.
Well, you even saw Burrow. He even said, "Let them taunt, let them do what they want," and all that. You know, I mean,
I think all the players would say that. They like
exactly.
that. They like that chatter on the field.
Yeah.
But Jamar Chase says he's only doing it on the field now. He's done.
That put him in timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done with all the talk off the field. He's not going to be part of that anymore, which is, I see it to believe it.
I will say with the Ron Torbert thing, if we go out and punch him in the mouth and we got a big lead.
Torbert in the mouth?
Well, we punch him in the mouth too, but.
Yeah, just fucking
punch the Browns in the mouth, get a big lead. I mean, don't leave it to where he can make a call late in the game to fuck us like he has a couple times or his crew has, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, so the refs are going to call an even game. 100%, man.
No, not going to call.
No.
But who gives a shit, right? Like, if you beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, yeah, not.
If you handle your business, if the defense can hold up their end against the 32nd ranked offense in the NFL, like, this is another get-right game for the defense if they go out there with the same fire and passion they did on Sunday Night Football. They go out there, they take care of business on defense, and the offense says, all right, we're going to do our part again. We're going to have a complete game, guys. If we had a complete game, both sides of the ball, oh, my God, man. I would say we're back.
Yes,
if we lose, we're fine.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Listen, I wanted to double down. I went to the betting app, and the Bengals right now to win the Super Bowl are plus 3,000. So I feel like I looked at the schedule, man, and I just feel like let's just look at this schedule, okay? So we're coming up, and we're going to be playing at Cleveland, all right?
Don't do it. Don't.
Very winnable game. What?
Don't do it. Don't look ahead. 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time. One question at a time.
I'm just saying the schedule, if the team if our defense comes out, plays like they did against New York, if that's the catalyst and we're going to go forward, I feel like our offense is going to be back this week. I think that Joe, when he was walking off the field and that reporter did that interview, I could tell he was pissed. He was like, fuck this shit, man. This is some fucking bullshit. But he didn't want to say it on national TV. But that's what's in his head. He was like, goddamn, fuck this shit. He was pissed. So I think they're going to
happy when he don't play well.
No, I think they're going to get back on track this week. And so I'm still concerned about the defense because they showed up against Pat Mahomes too. So I am still worried about the defense. Show it to me 2 games in a row. I was very apprehensive on making that bet, and I haven't yet. And if they beat Cleveland, probably the odds are going to go down. But still, I mean, show me.
Yes, show me a complete game on both sides of the ball.
Yes.
I mean, Jesus Christ, if our defense was just like ranked 15th,
hey, if
we would be like fucking 4-2 instead of backwards.
If only we could play against the Ravens defense and the Giants offense at the same time. It'd be perfect.
Oh, I think Derek said he couldn't get on today. Yeah, so that's my bad. Trying to hold off on him before putting these props up. He hopped in to put the props up, so shout out to Derek.
Appreciate Derek.
But he can't get on. That's right. He told us like a week ago. Totally should remind me like the day of because I can't remember.
I didn't even know. This is new news to me.
Yeah, he told us like a week ago, remember? Because if we would have done a Monday show, he wouldn't have been able to do it.
Oh, that's right.
Something with Sarah's shifts and his shifts, and he was having to do something different. But over-unders, Deshaun Watson, 182.5. And he is averaging 170 yards per game. So there's, they're basing this close to off the average, thinking maybe a little more because of our defense overall for the season, most likely. Man. Ugh. I hate to do this. I'm going to say over. I don't know why. It makes no sense. They don't have Amari Cooper. It should not be over. It's just my fear of Cleveland when you got a chance to start climbing your way back to 500 and just kind of letting your foot off the gas or the defense not playing real well. Because, I mean, Daniel Jones played like shit. Like shit, honestly, last week. I know that our defense, you still got to make plays, you still got to get stops, you still got to do things, but Daniel Jones sucked. Now, Deshaun Watson has also sucked this season.
Yeah, right.
I'm like going on the odds of like he won't suck as bad as Daniel Jones, so he's going to go over that. That's why I picked that over.
Derek's getting his skin bleached. Yeah, so Dale, you already know what I'm going to say, man. Bengals PTSD. I'm going to go ahead and take the over too because I don't know what the fuck goes on up there in Cleveland, man. I don't know if they're like putting shit in the cake and feeding it to our players or what the fuck is up, man. But when we go to Cleveland, good things don't happen. I do think that we squeak out a win, but I also think that Deshaun Watson has a decent game against us, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I just fear the same thing. I don't want to get Deshaun any motivation, so I'm going to say over also.
Well, we know he'd come to your sex dungeon if you invited him, Greg.
No.
He's not invited. You're not invited, Deshaun. But, yeah, I mean, and that's like, I know that he's only averaging 170, but 182 is not a lot in the NFL. And even if we do well and we get out to that early lead, then he's going to throw the ball. Or does he get benched? Ooh, that could change my thoughts on this. Thinking about how
you're right. You know what?
Benched.
That's a good point, Dale. But I don't think they bench him.
Yeah, so I was actually looking at this. I wouldn't touch it because I don't know, but I would be worried that if I was like going to bet this for the Browns fan or for anybody, of touching this bet would be if he plays bad, does he get benched and not go over that mark by playing more? Because that's possible.
And also, to be honest, I don't want him benched, man, because also, like, I feel like the team's got a history. Like, someone new comes in, like Jameis Winston gets thrown in there, and all of a sudden he just fucking balls out. Let's just play Deshaun Watson.
Hey, we going in the trap. We're taking over their traps. Stop being scared. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I hear you. And then we'll go to Burrows over unders 251.5. Yeah, eat shit, Cleveland. And Joe is averaging 263. So they've actually got him under. Obviously, last week he only had a little over 200 yards, and this is another good defense. So I think they're thinking, okay, the Bengals are going to try to run the ball. The Bengals aren't going to throw it all over the place. Joe's going to be under pressure from Garrett and guys, and that could happen. And I'm going to agree that maybe it does happen. So I'm going to also agree with Tyler and take the under on this one as well. Doesn't mean he can't have 245 with 2 or 3 touchdowns, because that'd be huge. And if the running game's going, that's fine. I don't care if Joe has 100 yards if the running game's going and the defense is balling out and we win by 3 scores. Right? I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say under, but I kind of hope it's over because I kind of hope we beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, Dale, like I said, like you said, 245 is not bad. Just because it goes under doesn't mean anything bad or anything. But, yeah, just with that good pass defense they have, those good defensive backs, that just gets me a little nervous right there. I think, like you just said, they will heavily rely on the run game. I'm going to go under as well. But like you said, it could easily be a 240 or 245 or whatever.
And it could be an ugly-ass game, Ross. And that's part of the, thought there.
I think it is going to be an ugly-ass game.
Oh, yeah.
It is always ugly. Look, this is a divisional game, man, and it doesn't matter if you got the top team in the NFL against the worst team in the NFL. If it's a divisional game, it's usually a good, tough game, no matter what division it is. I'm also taking the under, and it's all not related to anything you guys said. I didn't get talked into it. It's my Bengals PTSD when it comes to Cleveland. I'm going to take – it'll probably be the same way on the next graphic.
So this one is 2 Bengals rushing stats, and it is over under 51.5 yards. Both guys are averaging around 40. Chase Brown is actually now up to 47.5. A lot of that because of that 30-yard run at the end of the game.
Sure.
Without that, he wouldn't have had such a great week. Zach Moss is down to 37.3 this week. Both of them was around 42 last week. So stock up for Chase, stock down for Zach Moss. Chase Brown over under 51.5. I'm going to say over. I maybe there's no reason to say over just because he hasn't really been like balling out. And I do think Cleveland, we basically told them we're going to try to run the ball. We're going to try. I don't know if it'll work, and we'd abandon it if it don't, I imagine. But I'm still going to say over because I just think Chase Brown has looked good and explosive. And I think he's due to break off one that's even bigger than 51.5 yards to the house on a carry. I think it's coming. And I'm going to say it's coming this week. So I'm going over.
Yeah, well, you almost talked me into it, Dale, but then my Bengals PTSD kicked right back in. Kicked right the fuck back in. This guy's averaging 40 yards, you said, right? And all of a sudden they bump it up 11.5 more yards. They think he's going to go.
47. He's averaging 47 now.
Oh, well, I ain't real quick at that math. It's like 4.5. So 4.5 more yards than his average. And then last week he had a 30-yard run, which kind of brought up his average. I'm going to go with the under, and I hope, Chase Brown, you get pissed off at me, and I know, we're friends, and we'll still be friends afterwards. And, you can come over sometime. Maybe Sarah will make a meatloaf. Probably not.
Well, what about for Canadians? Because he is Canadian.
Well, we'll put maple syrup on it.
Canadian bacon.
Yeah, no, Greg, you just put maple syrup on whatever the fuck you're eating, and it's Canadian instantly. And we'll shape the meatloaf like a maple leaf because I'll be sorry. But I do think you're going under.
I'm going to go over. I think they're really going to rely heavily on the run game. I could see him easily get 60 yards.
All right. And then Zach Moss at 32.5. I could see him going over if the run game's working. We got a lead. I think both guys will get a lot of carries. But I'm going to say under. So he's averaging 37. This would be, him getting less than his average. But at the same point in time, I think Chase Brown has shown that he deserves the majority of the carries or the larger workload than Zach Moss. Whereas earlier in the season, it was more Zach Moss. So I think his numbers are going down as Chase Brown's goes up. So I was over for Chase Brown for that reason. I'm going to say under for Zach Moss, but it won't surprise me.
Let me ask you this, Dale. How many times have you thought that this player's better than the other one and they're probably going to play, and then the Bengals don't do that?
Yeah, quite often.
Like we all agree, Chase Brown's the more electrifying. He's had the better runs. He's doing the better job. He looks like the number one, but I don't trust the team to evaluate the players the same way and put the best players out there.
Yeah.
I mean, that being said, under. And it's Bengals PTSD. That's it. I want them to prove me wrong.
Yeah, Dale, I've been agreeing with you way too much here, so I'm going to go over. I'm going to go 35. I think he's going to get 35 yards. I think he'll just go barely over. Dale muted again, Chop.
Oh.
Well, I muted on purpose because I was beating the shit out of this ice that's like rock hard on my concrete.
I was going to say, did Dale mute himself? Did Dale get muted again? Okay.
I muted myself on that one, but I forget that you just say over under and you usually don't expand worth of shit, so I didn't have much time there to do all that. And I will get the next graphic up, just trying to pour me another little rumsky here.
Well, it's Friday night. And
That's
I got
Friday. I had the last couple days off, but I behaved. I don't like the only days that I drink at all anymore usually are Friday and maybe a Bengals Sunday at home. But other than that, I don't.
Man, I got to work in psych emergency, and it's a full moon on a Friday. It's a good thing it's not the 13th.
So here's the next set of graphics. I'm surprised they have hardly any player props up with, and obviously you don't see much for their running backs with Chubb just coming back, Ford being questionable, and they got rid of Amari Cooper. So, but they do have their top three, in my opinion, for this week targets: Njoku, Elijah Moore, and Jerry Jeudy. So starting with Njoku at tight end, over-under is set at 41.5 points. He is currently averaging, and he's been dinged up a lot, he's only averaging 29.7. But we know how good this guy is if he can get going. And honestly, they should be looking to get him going. With no Amari Cooper, they should be trying to get him the ball a lot. So I'm going to say he ends up being their number one guy this week, even beyond Jerry Jeudy, period, as a receiver. So I'm going to go over for Njoku.
I'm going to take under for Njoku, and I know that kind of counteracts everything that I've said previous to this on the player props, but I just feel like that the overs are going to come a little bit further down this list. I think David Njoku probably gets about 30, 35 yards.
Yeah, I think if the passing game does work, he's going to be spreading the ball around a lot. This is close. I will think he probably will be up there in the leader. I'm going to go over, but he's going to be. But Watson will definitely be spreading the ball out a lot, though.
I think if Njoku is under, I think it means we really kicked their ass.
Right.
That's just my opinion. And Deshaun, the way he's played, I could see his dumbass not targeting him like he should, and he doesn't go over. But at the same time, and then maybe Njoku's saying, "Fuck, trade me next. Fuck this,"
Well, Dale, Njoku's wanted that. He wanted to stay here 1 year, then he wanted out, then he wanted to stay, then he wanted out. You can never make up his mind.
It wouldn't surprise me if they piss him off. Elijah Moore next at 25.5. This is kind of a low number, but at the same point in time, he's only averaging 15.8 yards per game. But they have had Amari Cooper. They've just sucked. Watson sucked. Yeah. I said over for Watson on yards, so I'm going to also say over for Moore. I think it's dink and dunk for them a little bit, that they're just going to Njoku and Elijah Moore quite a bit. So I'll say over, but I'll say he still only has like 35 or something. Nothing crazy, but maybe 4 catches for 35 yards.
Yeah, the thing with Elijah Moore is if he's got speed. If it could take one big throw, and he could easily gain you 30 yards right there. But like you said, Dale, he just hasn't been doing much. So I'm going to take my under with Elijah Moore. But it would not shock me. It just that for a guy with his speed, it just takes one big pass for him to go over that.
Damn, I love bacon too, Paul.
We all love bacon.
That's good. Fucking, that might be one of the best comments from the show.
Yeah, but I like if I eat bacon now, I got to eat like turkey bacon, and that's might as well not even be bacon.
Yeah, I fucking ordered bacon, and I'm on a diet where I'm under 1,000 calories. Like literally it's one piece of bacon. You know what I mean? Anyway,
Yeah, but that's almost like Pringles, man. Who could stop at just one piece of bacon? If you've got access to more than one piece of bacon, and
well,
you
that's
eat
why
bacon,
I don't make access. I just take one piece of bacon, and then that way I don't. Because you're right. I just take one piece of bacon, and then that way I know when that piece of bacon's gone, I don't have another piece. That's why I'm so much better at this diet at work, because I don't have a refrigerator in my work area.
All right, back to Elijah Moore. Did you
Elijah Moore over. Go ahead. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, over.
No,
when I
fine.
said I was going to – Amari Cooper's gone. So Deshaun Watson, he's going to miss a lot of throws. But at the same time –
to somebody, right?
He's going to make some of them, and Amari Cooper's not out there, so who's going to step up? I think, to tell you the truth, I mean, I'm not going to ruin it for the next Jerry Jeudy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm taking the over on Elijah Moore. I took the over on Watson. If I'm not giving the yards to Njoku, we're running out of targets. So over for Elijah Moore.
And I don't know who's going to be matched up on Jerry Jeudy. His over-under is 47.5. I don't know if it'll be Cam. I don't know if it'll be DJ Turner. I don't know if it'll just depend what side of the field he's on. Either way, I think we hold him to under. I don't know why. I just do. So I've said over for the other two. I don't think he ends up having the breakout game that some people expect with Amari Cooper out. So I'm going to say under for Jerry Jeudy. It's just a pure emotional thought crossing my mind run pick. Under.
I'm sticking with my over. I got 2 overs and an under. Boom.
You know what, Jerry Jeudy, I could easily see him going off right here. I think he could easily get 70 or 80 yards. So I'm going to go over for Jeudy.
And he could. That's why I said it doesn't necessarily
80.
make sense for my pick, but
need somebody passing the ball to get that 80.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Savor the flavor. Bacon. We're
Right.
back to bacon. But back to the Bengals wide receivers, but now I'm thinking about bacon.
I know.
Damn it, Paul.
I hope my bacon came today.
T. Higgins, over under 60.5, starting to finally get his respect because he's balling out and he's playing great. He's averaging 64.8 since coming back. So very close to what he's at. Now, I have Burrow for under, so this is tough for me because I'm thinking of Higgins and Chase, what I want to say for the next two. But I'm going to say over for Higgins because I think he's just playing so great, and the way he's playing physical after the catch. Like, he's getting these extra yards, and he's catching everything with his hands, and he just looks so damn good. Contract year, which I hope that contract happens here. I know it's probably a pipe dream, but I'm not going to stop dreaming. Keep dreaming, baby. Keep dreaming. I want T. Higgins on this team. I'm saying over, man. I think T gets 70, 80 yards. Nothing crazy over the 60.5, but 70, 80 yards and get in the end zone one time for me.
What was the over on Joe Burrow? How many yards did we say?
250.
250, yeah.
About 250?
Yeah. It's like,
well, I mean, if we're looking at 250, like, I honestly think that T is I think he's going to have a great game. I think they'll probably put Denzel Ward on Jamar Chase, don't you think?
Yeah, and I just think T can make those tough across the middle
T
catches.
is a tough bastard, man. I mean, you saw in that Giants game, like, he did not want to go down. I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking, I want that extra yard, but at the same time, I'm thinking, man, T, just go down.
Don't fumble.
Don't fumble, and you got like 10 guys pulling on you, man. Don't get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, but T is in a contract year, of course. Not like he would play any different, but, I mean, this dude's a fucking stud. And he's got a beautiful smile.
Like Joe Burrow said, he's playing with the chip on his shoulder right now for that contract. So, yeah, you guys are right. T's been – I'm going to go slightly over T. I can see him getting 70 yards.
He's going to get fucking paid next year.
Yes, he will.
Big time.
By the Bengals, because I'm living in my dream world. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You can tell me
I'm
how
going to tell you
what.
what.
I'm on your side. Yeah.
It's happening.
The way that he's playing this year, though, he's outplaying the contract that he would have settled for last year.
Well, 2 years ago. See, that's the thing. I said 2 years ago was when they should have signed him. I said, because if they don't, it's going to go down the Jesse Bates path, and that's going to suck.
Yep.
I said that 2 years ago.
You did say it 2 years ago, and there's video evidence.
Yes.
If you like and subscribe, you can go back and watch the previous episodes.
Jamar Chase, 76.5. I love Jamar. I like that they're using him in a variety of ways, lining him up in the backfield, doing different things, because that's what you should do when you got an elite talent, and you should make the defense have to worry about that and be a little confused at times. But I'm going to say under. But, man, if he hits one deep ball, but Joe's got to have that time, and you got to feel comfortable even calling those. I don't know how many of those Zach calls playing the Browns and Myles Garrett.
Exactly. Well, that's true.
For that reason, I'm going to say under for that reason. He still gets, maybe 5 or 6 catches, but it's like 65 yards. It's just little screens, it's little bubble screens, it's this, it's that. It's and Jamar just making some magic, but maybe not housing one because they're such a talented defense.
I have to go with the over, man, because I took Joe Burrow over, and I'm taking I'm going to take the over. I do agree with what you're saying. Like, Joe Burrow is going to need extra time if he's going to throw that deep ball. And with Myles Garrett, and especially, and I know we're going to get up to our matchups later, but when Myles Garrett, he goes all over the line. This guy lines up in the middle. He lines up on both sides. And when he goes on that right side, I'm interested to see how that's going to work out against Cincinnati, against our rookie. So, and then if we do get a 2-point lead, we're going to focus on running the ball more. Joe's not going to take a fucking 50-yard shot down the goddamn field to Jamar if we're up 14 points. So I do agree, but I still want to stick with the over.
Fair. You know what, Chase? Last time I said Chase was going to go under, it was when he went up against the Ravens and he balled out. So, Chase, you're watching this. I'm going to start another fire to you right now.
He's watching, Greg.
I'm going to say under.
And as soon as you let him out of the basement, he'll come up and watch. Out of the dungeon.
No, Greg keeps that on down there.
Yeah.
Keeps the show on.
Yeah.
Right. That's all that plays is just previous shows.
Repeat, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
When we're live, it comes up live, but then when it's not live, it's just old episodes.
It's just right. Just goes in order.
It's just him dot botting when it's not live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just nonstop dot bot.
Yes. Chase Brown over under 14.5 yards. I'm gonna go over. I don't know. It hasn't been working lately. The screen game hasn't been working. As Dustin mentioned, it's something we need to get going. Maybe this is the week, right? They're going to be aggressive. They're going to bring pressure. They're going to be trying to get to Joe, sack Joe, do all this. Fucking, fuck you. Get it to Chase Brown. Let him work. Let him work out in space. So I'm going to say over. I think he's got something in him this week, both ways, running and catching.
I don't want to sound too optimistic here but I'm going to go with the over also because I think you're right. Like, Joe's going to look for
PTSD is gone right now.
I know. What the fuck? Fuck it under. No, I'm just kidding. But I think the screen game is going to be utilized a lot because Joe's going to have to get the ball out of his hand. And I know he's not on here, but Eric All, whatever his is, I'm taking the over on him too because of that. But I'll go with the over on Chase Brown. I think 14.5 is small. I mean, all he's got to do is catch one of them backwards. He can catch a backwards pass 3 yards backwards, and then he can still get his 14.5.
I will say for Eric All, he's averaging 17 yards per game. So over under 16.5 chop. I'll give you that before we go to Greg for Chase Brown. All right, there you go.
Yeah, for Chase Brown, this is tricky because, same deal I was talking about with Elijah Moore for the Browns. One quick pass, and he could easily go for 14 yards. But I'm just going to say, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say under because I think they're going to mainly focus just giving him the ball. But it will not shock me at all. Like I say, it just takes – if they do one little good quick screen to him, that could easily be 15 or 20 yards right there.
That's what I'm saying. Not even a screen. They can just lateral that bitch.
Also, Animal Mother says, if Greg gets Latina booty Saturday night, we blow out Cleveland.
There you go, Animal.
Blow out a back so we can blow out the Browns.
There you go.
That's the motto. Blow out a back so we can blow out the Browns. Let's go.
That and that beautiful beard.
Yeah, a little. I mean, you got to mix it up. But at the same time, man, I do think load the box, especially early in the game. And make Deshaun beat you. Like that would be the number one on that list of things for me would just be load the box, stop the run. Don't let them get emotional with Nick Chubb going off and get fired up. If they beat you for a deep pass, make Deshaun do it consistently. He hasn't been able to do it this year. He's clearly not playing well. He's in his head. If he's getting booed pregame, I'm doing everything I can to stop the run. And then, Deshaun, if you're going to beat us, beat us.
Just on a side note, I'm so fucking glad he's getting booed by everybody up there because
Good.
fuck him.
No, I am too.
What a piece
but
of shit.
They were okay with it if it was going to lead to wins, though.
Right.
To be fair, a lot of the same
Yeah.
fans turning on him now were okay with
Right.
everything he had done.
They're okay with rape if you can win.
But if you're
Luckily,
gonna
we've always
suck-
been like, fuck Deshaun Watson.
Yep.
Well, and we would say the same about one of our, like, you can't.
Exactly. Yeah. Man, thank
Hey,
God
Tina's
they didn't do
birthday
that.
Sunday.
Oh, happy pre-birthday, Tina. Let's hope. I know
that's
it's
it. The Bengals got to get a win for Tina.
we got to get a win for
Well,
Tina.
Tina, stop down to the tailgate. We got birthday beer. Oh, wait a minute.
It's
I was gonna say, it's
a
in Cleveland. You have to go to
What the
Cleveland to do it.
hell?
Well, we're going to get you a week late, Tina.
There you
Chicken
go.
wings, barbecue, mac and
Yeah,
cheese.
it's actually all
beer.
for your birthday, Tina.
Yeah.
It's all for your birthday.
But happy pre-birthday, Tina. Let's hope your wish comes true. Hopefully Saturday, Tina, that they win.
Saturday.
Oh, Sunday. My bad.
Craig, stop smoking crack.
I think
I
he's
know.
talking about LSU.
Well, it's because
Arkansas.
Andre Yosevich is next, and he
Yes,
gets
yes.
He's distracted.
He gets so flustered when talking about Andre Yosevich, who also had a birthday recently.
And
Over under. Yes, over under is 21.5. So Andre Yosevich over under 21.5. He is averaging 31.5. And he has made some clutch plays, and he's kind of Burrow's go-to guy in a scramble drill, whether that's goal line or otherwise lately. Like, fuck it. Yoshi's down there somewhere. I'm going over.
Yeah, fuck it. Yoshi's down there somewhere. I'll go with the over also because I'm just adding up 250. If I took the 60 over, the 76 over, I still need some more yards. So,
Well, Drew Sample. Don't forget.
oh yeah, that's right. What's the over under on Drew? Like 55?
0.5 probably.
0.5. I actually would take that over, but I'm going to take the over with Greg's sex slave, Andre Yosevich.
Well, Gasecki's not on here either, so
Dale, I'm
You're right.
really
Why is he not on here?
I don't know.
I'm really going to roll the dice on this one, Dale. I know they're going to run the ball heavily, but I have this feeling Andre's going to get like 80 yards receiving.
80.
Two touchdowns?
When's,
I could see like 30 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
that's
the
good.
Andre Yosevich way.
yeah,
Like,
no, I'm fine with that. I am perfectly cool
If
with
you
that.
go bet $5 on Andre Yosevich, 2 touchdowns, that will pay you a fuck ton of money.
I'll take that. I will bet that. No, Don. I could see him get 2 touchdowns. Any game, I would bet 2 touchdowns.
Sindustries says Yoshi 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. Oh my God, Greg's heart is a rock.
There you go,
Oh
man.
my God. Sinistry, you just gave Greg a boner.
And Animal Mother says, Chop, keep the taint shocker handy for Sunday.
Believe me, it's ready to go.
Yes, if we win, let's just bring him back to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Like Garrett, you don't even need to go to the locker room. Come to our locker room, get dressed. You're coming back to Cincinnati. That would be fun. But it'll never happen.
Let's see here. Touchdown score.
Yes, Dustin, you can. Yeah, the Mike Gesicki slurper hive. Dustin removes himself, and you know what? I remove myself as well. I have to agree. He's meh. He's definitely not getting that big contract. Yeah, maybe he'll prove
Andre
us wrong, right?
Yosevich, 2 touchdowns is plus 3,000.
Job's about to bet it.
I am. I'm gonna put 5 on it. Let's see. So that win you 100.
We might not get 2 touchdowns, period, throwing the ball, but if we do,
yeah, maybe I should go with $1.
go for 1 touchdown. What's 1 touchdown?
1 touchdown. Let's see here.
Because I mean,
1
shit.
touchdown is plus 1,700.
Yeah, why not go for 1?
I know. Let's see. Let me get rid of that.
That's a pretty good little bet.
Yeah.
1 touchdown, Andre Yosevich.
1 touchdown to Andre Yosevich. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are now Eric All slurpers.
Yes, we are. All of us are.
We are all in on Eric All.
Yep. I like that T-shirt.
There you
All
go.
in.
Andre Yosevich for 1 touchdown anytime, Greg. Actually, you know what I just did? I just picked the first touchdown. Whoopsie.
Oh, geez. Well,
If he gets that first touchdown, though, man, that's good money for
That'd
me.
be great.
Eric All. All right, go ahead. You were saying?
I don't know. I wasn't saying anything. We all took the over, so Yoshi, don't let us down. And Chop's got money on you to score the first touchdown.
Yeah, you got to get the first one now.
Yeah, I was just saying do 1 touchdown.
Yeah, Jamar is the highest on first touchdown. And
All
he's
right,
he's only plus 500 for 2 or more touchdowns.
The line did move from 3.5 to I think 6.5. Now it's back down to 5.5.
Dale Possum.
I don't touch
Yeah.
the spread.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Usually I go money line. And plus, I think that this is going to fuck me. Dale disappeared. He's going to have to restart. Anyway, I do it's just always such a close game when we play them, man. You want to think that 5.5 that spread's going to be covered, but it's always such a close game when we play Cleveland. I think that I would take the money line, but not the spread. What do you think, Greg?
Oh man.
Wow, this thing hates me. Like it kicked me out.
Is that your computer?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the.
Is it your new power cord, maybe? It did it again.
Okay, so money line of the spread, man. You know, Chap, that is a great question. Woof. Take the spread, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take the spread. Like you said, I think we'll barely win, but it's going to be. Hey, Chop, look at it this way, man. When we play good, we lose. But when we play, we're in a bad. When both teams play bad, we win. So it's going to be an ugly game, but we win the ugly games, right?
No, not usually.
No.
Not on averages would probably say no. We should blow them the fuck out, or we're going to lose by 3 points.
Yeah. Sometimes we do. Remember these 2 games we won, we did.
Yeah. No. We don't know. I don't think we win the actually last week was kind of an ugly game if you ask me.
It was.
I
also feel like last week we're kind of lucky Malik Neighbors wasn't playing because that could have been the difference.
Well, no, and then the Panthers game, I mean, even though the Bengals played pretty well, that was still an ugly game in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So both teams we won were ugly. Now the ugly game against Patriots.
It's 2 terrible teams with terrible quarterbacks. Yes, Andy Dalton's a terrible quarterback. Uh-huh.
Hey, grilled cheese is still good.
Yeah, but
I do like grilled cheese.
Yeah. So yeah, no, this is going to be. It's going to come down to the wire. That's all I'm going to say.
I would take the under. I haven't even totaled up my points yet here for a victory.
I know what my score is, and my score is under. I think you know my score.
Well, mine is 24-17.
Okay, so mine's close. I'm minus a field goal. You already know, man. I'm going back to my old faithful 21-17 on this one.
There you
I
go.
think it's going to be close.
I'm going to go 24-17 Bengals win. That puts the overall point total at 41. It's 41.5. So I'm going just under. Bengals win 24-17. Not the complete game we wanted on either side of the ball, but we get the job done and we win the game, and we're 3-4 with a chance to finally win hopefully a home game next week. Yes. If we can get to 3-4 and get back to 500.
Hell yeah. I like the way you talk, Dale. Except for I agree with the under part. Like I said, my score's 21-17. I don't know if we were saving these score predictions till the end, but I'm at 21-17, and so that does not add up to 41.5.
Wade, what the fuck is Dalton Elite at? I love you. You're
growing red hair. That dude's got a kick-ass hair game. 28-17 from Tina.
And 22-20 Browns from Wade. Thank you, Wade, for that.
Thank you, Wade.
Honestly,
we needed that.
Honestly, yes. We cannot. Like, part of me wanted to say we were going to lose, but I've done that before, and we.
Did you show Tyler's here? Like, he might not be wrong on this low-scoring game of 17-13. Hey. Like 21-17.
That would be an ugly game. That one could happen.
And speaking of which, Tyler, hope you had a good birthday Wednesday, buddy.
Absolutely.
He did. He had the greatest birthday ever.
My alternate score if the Browns win. So 24-17 Bengals win. I'm going to throw out an alternate if the Browns win. Ugly game. They win by a field goal, right? They kick a field goal. We're going to have a 1-point lead. It's going to be like 14-13. The Browns kick a field goal, win 16-14. That's my alternate score prediction if we lose ugly. To 14.
It's going to be.
I will make my alternate score prediction 24-21 Browns, and that's my same score, but the Browns on a final drive get a touchdown because they can't settle for a field goal at the score 21-17. They have to,
and it'll be like a pass interference penalty.
In the end zone.
That Ron Torbert calls, puts him at the 1, and Nick Chubb runs it in from the 1 to win the game to the NFL. That's my conspiracy hat.
That's it.
It's fully seeing that now.
That's it. You got it. You predicted it.
I'll go 24-23 Bengals, alternate score 24-23 Browns. Either way,
we just all did an alternate score if the Browns win. I was just going to do one for an ugly game, but you guys also had to.
Hey, you
we did that.
I like mine the best, where they just drive down there and, like you said, pass interference in the end zone, 1 yard line. Nick Chubb runs it in.
Right.
Edwin says blowout city. I hope
you're all right.
Yes, Edwin.
And Tony asked,
unless he's saying
DJ Ivy. Yes, that's what I didn't know because it's the first time seeing Edwin on here. Edwin. Bengals or Browns? Which way are you?
Which way are we blowing this out? Who wins? Put the winner.
And Tony Blaze asks, is DJ Ivy playing Sunday? He's officially listed as questionable. I think maybe he plays, but if there's anything that they think could be off, they're going to hold him out another week. So I think we'll know if we see Jalen Davis get elevated. I don't think DJ Ivy's played. So we'll know that probably tomorrow. So we'll know it when they have to do the elevations on Saturday. All right, Edwin. I hope you're right.
Listeners, Edwin says Bengals.
Here we go, Ed.
Yes, who dey? I also agree with Tina. I don't think that Ivy, I'm not sure how much he sees the field. Maybe a little bit on special teams to start off.
Right. I don't think we can expect him to play a bunch if he plays.
I don't feel like we need him. It's not like, and this is no knock on DJ Ivy, but it's not like our fucking starting cornerback is coming back. This is a guy that we drafted in the 7th round who showed out last year, showed some good promise, but I don't think it's somebody that we just like put right back on the field. And also, Edwin, yes, thank you.
Me and Edwin McCracken just became best friends.
Uh-huh.
Fuck the Browns, he
Fuck
says,
the Browns.
for the podcast listeners.
Fuck the fucking Browns.
Hey, you became my best friend too, Edwin.
And Tina asked, will Burton be active this week? Fuck. I'm going to say yes.
Over under, half a yard.
Over under, there you go.
Jermaine Burton, a half a
2.5
yard.
snaps. It's actually 2.5 snaps.
Jermaine Burton, over under, 2 inches.
2.5 snaps.
2.5 snaps?
Yes. Because he's got 3, but I could see him being active and getting like none. I would like to see him be active and maybe get some kick returns, some punt returns.
I already know I'm going to bet the anytime touchdown.
Why would you do that?
Because he's sooner or later it's going to happen. And if he doesn't play,
did the bet get canceled?
They
when
voided
he was
it.
Inactive? Yeah,
they voided it because he wasn't even active. So I'm just taking last week's money and putting it on this week. The man's going to get a touchdown sooner or later.
I think it was Dustin earlier. He said that he's sick of seeing the Jermaine Burton conversation or whatever. And I get it, right? Like active, he's not going to play much either way. And I think it's honestly like, what has Yoshi done? He catches most things that come his way. He gets open on the scramble drills for Burrow. Andre Osvash has looked really, really good. So where is Burton really getting a ton of snaps with running 12 personnel and 2 tight end sets a lot?
Secret weapon, Dale. He's secret weapon.
I agree. I would find ways to get him involved. I agree. I'm just saying though, it's kind of like it's not like he would make a huge, huge difference. I don't think.
No, I don't think so either. But when the man did catch a pass, it was 47 yards.
Right.
He's got sure hands. Sooner or later, here's the deal. To be honest, you better see what you got in Burton, right? Because it's coming up. What are they going to do at the end of the year?
They got to do it every week.
Yes. But
I was picking up what you were throwing down.
So
I said
sooner or later, they're going to have to put him in there, man. And when they do, it's going to be a surprise, and he's going to get a fucking touchdown, and I'm going to win a little bit of cash.
A lot of cash because
actually I don't know because I also have to count all the times that he didn't and I lost.
That's true.
Yeah.
And Matt says Burton should be the kicker. I agree. Like kick return. Why not let him be the kick return?
Something. And do something.
I don't know, man. Paul was on it about the Patriots game, and Paul's saying Burton may make the play of the game. You never know. Maybe it's 17-17. Boom. He's active. Unlocks secret weapon. Jermaine Burton.
Yep.
Boom. Comes in. Boom. Nothing going all day long. Boom. Play action. Boom. Jermaine Burton. Boom. 40, 50-yard touchdown. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom. Boom. Boom.
The boom. Oh, wait. That's the
Don't they do this in the end zone? Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. I do like Burton, though. I think he's got a chance. I will be honest. I didn't love that pick. I didn't have him as a Bengals draft pick because I thought there was things on his resume and things where it's like, and Nick Saban dogged him. And it's like, Zach Taylor's probably not going to love this guy enough to really give him a chance. So far.
Right.
Yep.
But boom.
Boom.
But back to, he could still do it, right?
Yes.
Talent has never been an issue for Jermaine Burton.
Boom.
No.
Yeah, I agree with Tina, though. And I've always said this, like, man, if the problem is the plays, just give Burton 10 plays. Give him 10 plays.
Just
Five go balls.
Yes.
5 go
Fucking
balls.
go.
Yes.
Go. And we're going to throw you the ball. Go and put your hands up and see if the ball lands in it.
Put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Well, like you do care, actually.
I was thinking more Miley Cyrus. We put our hands up to play. Is that Miley?
Yeah, that part in USA, yes.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't actually have a song in my head at all, but I would go at AC/DC Big Balls.
Yeah, but that's not about putting your hands up. We were doing that.
No, but his balls are always swinging to the left and to the right, and he's got the most magnificent balls of them all.
Or it's like,
you could also do like, hey,
oh, naughty by nature. Hey, ho.
That's a hands up song.
Oh, I like the ho part.
Yeah.
Or you just do the raise the roof in general, like.
Yes.
That's like.
What is that song where they're like, all I do is win, win, win?
Yeah, DJ Khaled. But everybody puts their hands up.
Yeah.
And they stay there. And they stay there. And they stay there. Win. Yes, DJ Khaled. There we go, Chop.
Man, we're so fucking white. Clip that.
Look, even without Derek here.
Yeah.
I know. Somehow. Yeah.
We caught it.
I feel personally a little embarrassed for us.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep this train rolling here. Thought Bot, baby.
Oh, no. I didn't do it last week, remember?
Oh, yeah. You did the gritty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I got to do the gritty bot again.
Yeah.
You got to do the gritty bot.
All right. This is the gritty bot by Greg Luther. I thought he was going to do it right there up that close. I was like, bro.
I thought he was going to get out. I thought he was going to take his penis out.
The gritty bot. The cringy.
The gritty bot. That's also how Greg will also fuck you in the dungeon. It's that same motion.
You go to the dungeon. Yeah.
Like if you bent Myles Garrett over in front of Greg, like in that's what it's going to look like in Greg's basement.
Thank you for
Didn't Greg sing? Didn't he sing like 3 or 4 songs?
No, I sang, but you called me out for every song I sang. Like, Greg, you sang that already. Greg, you sang that already.
No. I was also getting the ones that you hadn't sang already. But let's do it again.
I know this. I can never
give me 5 minutes to get ready.
We're trying to keep all the same vibes and energy.
Exactly.
Like, I didn't want to drink rum today.
Yeah, you didn't.
I didn't want to have to drink it in my cool T. Higgins cup that Chop got me from Skyline Chili.
Right.
One free shout out, Skyline.
Yeah.
But I had to do it because it's what I did last Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, can I give another one free shout out if I may? Okay. No worries.
Go ahead.
No, I want to give a shout out. This for us at Project Game Day. Shout out to Steve Huff at Strip Coffee for helping us out. From now till November 15th, if you buy a bag of Tiger Joe coffee, $1, the proceeds will go to us at Project Game Day.
And I heard the coffees I'm not a coffee drinker. But
no, it's okay. Yeah, no.
Everybody I talk to loves that coffee and loves Script Coffee. and loves everything they're doing. And it's a good dude, right? It's somebody you knew.
I've known his
whole
cousin.
damn life. Yeah.
Yeah, I've known his cousin for years, and I got introduced to him 2 years ago. Just one of the nicest people you'd ever meet. Thank you so much, Steve. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Steve, from Wednesday also. Yesterday was Steve's birthday. A lot of birthdays this week.
It was Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, here we go. Oh, I got one. This is from my mom's favorite singer. You probably heard it before. Oh, God, I lost it.
All right, Brew Crew. It's Guess That Song time with BSG.
Here we go. All right. I got it.
Well, I kind of hope he knows.
Here we go. And oh, what's love got to do?
What's love got to do with it?
Tina Turner.
What's love but a second-hand emotion? Hey, Chop, what's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Who is it? Come on, Chop, you should know this.
Tina Turner, isn't it?
Yes, my mom's all-time favorite.
Yeah, Chop got that right away.
I know. I'm fucking Tina Turner's biggest fan.
Name of the coffee again for Edwin. It is Tiger Joe, and the place is Script Coffee.
Yes.
Where's their location? They have a location, but they also have online, right?
Yeah, they are online, but the location is in Lebanon, Ohio. Where?
But what's the online?
Just go to www. Here, I can get it right now. Hold on one second. Sorry about that.
Project Game Day, for anyone that doesn't know, is a charity that we're part of that helps individuals with special needs and military veterans go to Bengals games. It's been honestly something we've been a part of, but it's honestly the Brew Crew and everybody else that has helped raise so much money for us to be able to do this.
Yes.
You can't do that without things like this to help us do it. So thank you guys.
Unrelated to Project Game Day, I just want to also say before we get off here that at the next home game, the Eagles game, we're going to have our new Bengals and Brews Brew Crew koozie. All right. Now you can help cut the cost of this thing. I really don't want to make any money on them. You know what I'm saying? But if I sell, this is no lie, if I sell some like for $5, I can recoup some of my money. But if you stop down there, I'm a sucker anyway. So stop down there, and if you feel like donating to it, okay. And if not, we'll still have plenty of these koozies to give out.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, I got one. In our Halloween, I'll do this.
This is how it looks like on a soda.
You ready?
It also on a beer. It looks elite. This is great. You'll probably get laid if you walk around with this koozie.
We doing any more songs? Or are we done?
That's up to you, Greg. Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Cotton Eye Joe.
What?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Something strange in the neighborhood.
Oh.
Who are you going to call?
I have no idea. What is that song? It's Tina Turner again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on.
I think Dale's computer done shit out on us again.
I think my singing was so bad it scared Dale off. I can't blame
singing was so bad that Dale's computer fucked us over.
But Chop, those koozies, I want to give a big shout out to you with those koozies, man. That is a kick-ass design right there. Dale's internet went out.
Yeah, fuck it. I guess it's time to end the show then, right?
Well, Chop, how do you and I end the show? What do we do here, man? Do I take my shirt off and run around?
I mean, you can, but I was actually going to bot you out.
Okay, let's just do that.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. But I just wanted to show that again.
That is pretty. I give Dale credit. I'm like, I thought it was like a video game background.
Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one too.
Nah, it's not like they haven't seen it.
Son of a bitch. Where is the right one? All right. So, any last words though, Greg?
Battle of Ohio.
Bengals and Brews, the podcast crew. Dale Open, Orange Arrow, Pork Chop 2. Greg Luther, Big Savage, Dot Bud King, Yoshi Lover, they bring the sing. Cincinnati Bengals, the pride of the city. Join the fun with Pork Chop Boys, Mayor. Listen in, laughter in the air. Bengals and Brews, the ultimate flair. The kings of the might know they care.
Oh, we're